Hello everyone, in a new video for Path of Exile 3.14, the Ultimatum, or the Ultimato, or whatsoever. As we see actually in the patch note for the league, this league is going to be a Val thematic. In other words, that it buffs all of our skills. So all of our skills have been buffed according to the patch note, as we read from the thread. And and other things except Blade Vortex. Blade Vortex got a little bit nerfed, the normal one, but the Vile one just got buffed. And now if you're gonna hit the normal enemy, you get charges. If you hit the boss, you get a lot of charges, and so on and so on. So if your build relies on Vile skill, have no fear in this league. There are a lot of balances that I've seen. Berserker got a little bit nerfed. The Gladiator got a little bit nerfed. A little bit, not that much. Still, bleed build for the Gladiator I think will be awesome this league. We have some Assassin build that a little bit annoys me. Although Ambush and Assassinate is not my favorite Ascendancy node. We got some little bit nerf to the Elementalist. Necromancer finally received a little bit nerfed, and I don't think it will be that really effective, like in terms of the some of the builds, not all of them. Pathfinder, on the other hand, received a buff. I mean, despite the fact that this build was really good, like if you play Path of Exile is all about flasks, and one of these classes that actually have endless flasks. They keep charging flasks and keep using flask and just become immortal. And now it's receive a little bit about that, remove corrupt loop when use a flask. I just feel a little annoyed about that. So, one of the biggest nerfs that actually, under my concern, is Summon Carrying Golem, one of my favorite builds in the Ritual League, and the League before the Ritual, and the League before the Ritual. That was the Golemancer, which is Summon Carrying Golem. It's a physical tagged skill. Yeah, eventually that the Carrying Golem have a bigger cooldown on his main skill, which is Golem Cascade. From 6 seconds to 4 seconds, and it travels shorter distance, not long distance. Technically, you'll have around a window of 2 seconds vulnerability. You need to, like, if you're gonna do Golemancer, Summon Carrying Golem, I assume you need to consider more survivability this time, and also is going to deal less damage. That makes you, if you want to do the Golem, Summon Carrying Golem, you have to get a level 21 gem. It is imminent. You have to do that in order to sustain the damage. Toxic Rain, I was like going to build Toxic Rain this league. Toxic Rain received a little bit nerf, but it's actually huge because I play Toxic Rain, and let me tell you, Toxic Rain is all about doing chaos damage and crowd control the enemy by reducing their movement speed. Thus, you get survivability. Now, movement speed have been into half, so instead of 30% reduced movement speed, instead of 60% reduced movement speed, now it's 30% movement speed. And the lovely thing about it, now Toxic Rain is affected by area of effect modifiers. So from now on, in the passive tree, we're going to target a little bit into area effect, or we can find a definite little bit different substitution. What I like also, they have slight changes to the notables, like Chainbreaker, Born to Fight, Corrupted Soul. These kind of 3 nodes. The Chainbreaker is no longer causes you to lose 5 rage where you hit an enemy, but whenever you use a skill, you're going to literally just, it costs you 3 rage. Technically, if you use a slow slam skill, Chainbreaker is really good for you, technically, because you're not gonna use the skill a lot of times, so you can still keep the benefit out of Berserk when you use Chainbreaker. If you use the skill too many times, including throwing mines, definitely the Chainbreaker will be a little bit useless for you, unless if you play mines, you play Minefield instead of Charge Mines, and that will make you literally throw more mines in a single click. So when you use the skill, you're gonna throw 4 mines instead of 1 mine at a time. That makes you, instead of losing 60 rage for a full cluster of mines, you're gonna lose like 12 rage or 15 rage. So I think Chainbreakers still have potential with mine builds. Born to Fight will give you damage whether you're using melee or not. I love this node because it gives you a lot of attack speed. And if you play Inti-Stacking Wonder with any skill, Born to Fight will be your favorite attack speed node. So let's talk about the starter builds this league. As we can see from the patch note, they touch a lot of things, but they didn't touch the Essence Drain Contagion. ED Contagion Trickster will be viable strongly this league. A 15,000 energy shield, Essence Drain, ED Contagion Trickster will be a favorite starter build this league. Toxic Rain Mines. I don't recommend you to go normal Toxic Rain. You'll be very squishy. You can't control all the enemies. The enemy will jump at you, will rip you off. But if you use Toxic Rain with Mines, Mine as a Saboteur, whenever you throw a mine, you will increase your air effect per how many mines you threw earlier. So again, because Toxic Rain right now is affected by air effect, your Spore is going to cover the whole screen. So all hail Toxic Rain Miner. Stormbrand Assassin is a standard starter build. Stormbrand Inquisitor is standard starter build. I recommend you, if you have no knowledge around the game, you want to do like a solid, straightforward, just go Stormbrand Assassin, Stormbrand Inquisitor. But if you like to have fun, Necromancer is still there. Detonate Dead Necromancer is really good. Also, Vortex Cold Snap Low Life Occultist is a really great boss killer. Safe playing, you're just walking around and killing enemies while you're walking around. However, my favorite build going this league is going to be, I'm gonna start a Shadow. Because they release a new spell gems and I really want to try them. These are physical tagged spell gems that they deal hit damage and damage over time. It's really interesting that this build uses life instead of mana, but that will be a point of strength instead of a point of weakness. I'm gonna tell you later. So I'm planning to go Shadow because it's easy. Like if I fail with these skills, I can simply just switch into different Ascendancy, or I can switch into a different build like ED or Toxic Rain. But I'm going to go Shadow, Mines, and I'm going to try these 2 skills, and I'm going to tell you why. These skills are physical. Technically, if I use the Cold Iron Dagger on them, I will achieve a lot of benefit from using them. So, whenever also I increase the spell damage, I increase the damage over time, which I do physical damage over time. And I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. I have 2 Path of Buildings. The first one is talking about the Toxic Rain. I'm going to put that link in the description. This is a Toxic Rain miner. I took it from another YouTube video, but I did a little change. Instead of using a rare amulet, I'm using Soulstick Vigil. Instead of, I will go into Whispers of Doom. You can apply additional curse, and if you're planning to play miners and you want to keep your crowd control, that nerf that happened to the Toxic Rain, you can mitigate that by putting Blasphemy and Temporal Chain with Soulstick Vigil. That will reserve 0 mana. So you have 2 curses, Despair and Toxic Rain. Despair and Temporal Chains, sorry. Despair and Temporal Chains, that will give you maximum crowd control and increased duration on enemy. However, in my build, I'm going to play Shadow Saboteur Miner, and I'm going to try the new spells physical, which is the Reap. They are kind of similar to Bladefall in terms of dealing the damage. I think it will deal less damage, however, because they reserve mana, they reserve life instead of mana. Technically, I will be under Pain Atonement all the time. Whenever I throw mine, I will go down into Pain Atonement, and I will deal maximum DPS. However, I need to tweak it a little bit into the favor of more energy shield to increase survivability. So stay tuned for my my channel, Steampunk Kidding. I will play these things. If you have any question, please ask in the videos in the comment section. I will put these two links in the video description, so feel free if you have any question about that. You can watch me on my channel for the progress of trying the new skills using mines. Thank you for watching.